He's doing a lot better in school, though. He's got a lot more focus and a lot better attention span than he did before.
They're really into karate, and their focus has become outrageous, and their grades have been excellent from school.
I would highly recommend Master Stephen Oliver's Lakewood Mile High Karate. It's been phenomenal for us, individually and as a family.
Yeah, we were concerned at first of whether or not we had the right karate school, but now there's no doubt in our minds that he's in the correct school.
I would recommend it very highly to anybody wanting to get their kids into a program, as well as themselves as adults, for physical fitness as well as the confidence.
Been here about almost 2 years, and we were really referred from a physician because we were told HD, AD kids should take karate, and it's been the best. It's been really, really good.
In myself, I have seen an improvement in self-esteem. I have seen a tremendous improvement with my son, with his self-esteem. It has done absolute wonders for him.
I would tell him to come to Stephen Oliver's Mile High Karate. The parents are nice. It's like a good family group here, and we're here 6 days a week.
These people are really friendly people. They're very, very accepting of everyone. Even when we started, we weren't exactly sure what we were getting ourselves into, but they were very accepting and worked with us, and were very patient with us.
It's a father-son thing. I mean, it's not often that you can do something together with your son that he enjoys and you enjoy, and you do it as a group instead of doing your own thing. So.
She's been in karate now for a few months, maybe not even that long, but I have seen a tremendous change in her. She is just much more self-confident, and she walks very proud, and that makes me very happy.
Oh, my son, when we were white belts, was pushed up against a dumpster while he was wearing his uniform before a class. And they wanted him to show karate moves and to fight with them. And he told them no. He told them that karate was for defense only and that he was not going to fight him.
Actually, we tell them if they need self-discipline, their kids need confidence, they need something to help them focus on their goals, that they should come to Lakewood Mile High Karate and see what they have to offer, because it sure helped our family.
One good thing about karate is that around the house, Chris does his chores now, and you can see how he's contributing to the family, where before he really didn't want to do it, and he would just pass the buck and let mom and dad do it. But now he really contributes, and he realizes how he can help out.
The instructors were really good. They give you a nice family atmosphere and make you feel real comfortable in the school. Yeah, and so then I joined, and then soon after my wife and my youngest joined.
Why do I do it?
Why do you do it? That's a big commitment of time.
They get confidence in themselves, and I think confidence is the most important thing in life, I think. That way they can accomplish what they want in life.
Well, I think I've gotten a lot of self-esteem, and well, I learned to meet other people a lot better than I have been. And well, I've gotten better grades, and it's taught me to have, be able to do speeches in front of classes.
Mile High Karate is more than just about the karate. It's they focus on the kids' positive attributes, and there's just not enough of that in our world anymore. As far as achievement in homework, they praise doing well in tests, and they focus on the kids' positive attributes.
I enjoy Mile High Karate. It's a great family to be a part of. There is a lot of camaraderie here. It's a positive atmosphere to be involved in. My kids are more confident. They are very motivated to do well in school.
My oldest son has become incredibly more responsible. Last year he hated himself, hated his life, didn't want to do anything with anybody. And now he does his own homework. He's able to, his grades have improved. The teachers are very impressed with him. He's very helpful around the house now. He's a totally different child in 3 months. I didn't know who my son was.
This is a great school. I've been to several schools, and I interviewed several before I came here. Thought this was the best. I like the instructions are great, and I like the way they bring in positive aspects from all the books you have to read, the positive self-motivation you get, and the great workouts. It's an excellent school.
Another thing that's really, I've noticed a big difference is they have a job list for the kids to fill out as far as cleaning their rooms or helping out around the house, and that's a good motivator. She likes to pull that list out and check it off when she's done it, and once again they get recognized for it when they come in. So good overall program.
The thing, again, that I noticed so much is their ability to concentrate, to focus, the memorization skills that you have to have. We have words of the belt that we memorize at each belt level. The combinations and the forms that they have to memorize have really helped them. It transfers over in their ability to think and to concentrate, to pay attention to detail. So it's been phenomenal for them.
One of the reasons we chose Mile High Karate is we'd heard so many good things about it. We're in a situation now with our guys that it's taken their self-esteem up, it's their self-confidence, their grades have come up. We're just elated with what they've been able to learn here at Mile High Karate.
I think he's got more self-confidence in himself than maybe a child who doesn't take karate, because that's what they stress in classes, is for them to be strong and self-confident, in control.
We do it as a family. We're here as a family, so I think it keeps us together just as a group. So we get a lot of just the wholesome aspect of it, of being together. So respect, a lot more respect, a lot more discipline. He acts a lot more grown up.
I enjoy. I think all the kids, they're just more motivated, and it just builds them up, and they want to come back, and they do better in school, and I don't know, I recommend it for anybody, and I love watching it. I could sit here for days watching kids do it all the time, but I recommend it for everyone, girls and guys, small and tall.
For confidence for my daughter. She had very low self-esteem, and ever since I brought her here, she's just completely, she feels a lot better about herself. She feels she's doing a lot better in school, and so I just thought that this would be one of the good reasons to help her in that way.
I think this program is absolutely wonderful. The kids, it's wonderful for the after-school programs that we do. It teaches the kids yes sir, yes ma'am, and teaches them respect. I've had a lot of parents in just a couple of weeks I've been working here come up to me and say what amazing changes their kids have done. And some of those parents are out on the floor right now, actually, from the after-school programs.
I would highly recommend Mile High Karate to any adult as well as a child. For adults, I've highly considered going to an aerobics class. I found karate to be not only challenging as far as exercise, I get a lot more exercise here at Mile High Karate. I'm also learning self-defense, self-esteem, and self-control.
It's hard to talk and get people to believe in karate because there's so many other karate schools out there, and they kind of label it just karate. I say try at least one class, and you'll definitely keep trying more classes after that. And I think getting into the class and seeing the instructors, no matter what school you go to, I think that's where the believing part is.
Oh, self-control, motivating. He always wants to come here. We had our first teachers conference. The best was last night out of everything. It's really, really good. So he did good there. But it's really good. Focus. That's number one is for focus for HD kids, though, is to get them to focus. And that's been really, really good. And that.
I like the discipline. There's just a different, that was the main reason that I wanted to come, but all in all, she enjoys everything. She enjoys it all. She feels a lot better about herself. She likes the different people that she's met. She likes that she has a goal to become the black belt, and she does good every time she comes. She gets better every time she comes.
Well, we've recommended Mile High Karate to a number of people, and some of them have joined up. So it's a great studio. It really is. The instructors are good, and they're real good with the kids, and they're real good with the old guys like me. And so it's a nice place. It's a good family-oriented place to be.
Well, I just wanted to say that, as a parent of a young son, it's very important as they're growing up that you like to keep a close relationship with them. And having a young son growing into adolescence, I'm very concerned about him growing apart from us. So I feel that Mile High Karate has been really wonderful for both of us. Not only are we growing closer together on a daily basis, we have a common interest and a common goal in life now.
She's very confident when she comes to class. The first time she came in, she was very shy, didn't want to go anywhere near the front. and that has changed drastically. She's very comfortable when she comes in and very confident in the moves that she's making, and it's been a lot of fun watching her, you know, from the very beginning where she learned the basic punches to using the sticks. So that's been a good experience.
You know, we have a couple friends that are with another karate school, and I've tried to get them over to this one because this one they really care about your kids. They're not just here for the money. They actually take time out and try to teach your kids and make them better. And if I have problems or anything, you know, they've got little ways to solve those problems to help the kids get through things.
Highly recommend this school. My wife does home child care, and we found out about this through one of the boys that's already in the school and a black belt. And so we decided that we needed to get our guys involved. So we went ahead and checked into it, and like I said, we've been doing it for about 90 days now. And they're both yellow belts and advancing and doing very well.
I would say it's a very nurturing, caring place, and it would teach your kids a lot of things other than karate. But I mean, he's also learned a lot. His physical skills have improved too in the last 3 years a lot. He couldn't pass the physical fitness test 3 years ago, and now he can. And God, what did you get?
National Fitness Award.
I would say that it was. I would say that you get. I would say you get what you pay for. I would say that it's worth if anything that you're looking for to help the self-esteem with your kids, any discipline, helping in school. I would say it really does. It really does work. It's helped my daughter a lot in every way.
It's a family atmosphere. It's fun. They make it so much fun for the kids that it's like the attitude here is so contagious that you feel so good being here. The Lewises have been like they've become like family to us. We moved several miles away from the school and continue to come down here because of the high quality instructors and just the great time that the kids have here and how nice everybody's been.
It's phenomenal. Again, I mean, you see the day and age of what's going on today with people and just the crazy society that we have, that I feel a lot better about them being able to defend themselves. And we go to these intramural tournaments or even outside of Mile High Karate tournaments, and these kids do so well compared to the other kids. Beyond that, just the conflict avoidance skills that they learn, and the confidence in the way they carry themselves, so that hopefully they never have to get to that self-defense point. But if they do, I feel comfortable they'd be able to handle themselves.
They love karate, and they tell you to do it 2 days a week at least, and now they want to do it 6 days a week. And we're here all the time, and she's going for her prep cycle. She'll be going, trying for her black belt. She goes October 19th, 20th, and 21st for 3 days.
The woman that I work with was looking to get her son into martial arts and couldn't really find some place that he would fit in. And so I recommended Mile High Karate, and I said, as a program for kids, it's absolutely wonderful. And I really couldn't speak highly enough of it. So she came and her son fit right in, and I think he's up to orange belt now.
They're more focused, and I think they behave better. For their parents, I think they obey. They have to reply to adults by saying, yes ma'am, yes sir. And Josh's teacher says that he's doing that to her in class, and obviously he doesn't need to, but because he's been trained by Mile High Karate to do that, that's what he does.
Oh, without a doubt. I work for an office with a lot of moms of younger kids, and if they are looking for something for their kids to do, you know, outside of soccer, football, baseball, karate is the thing to do. It's such a life-changing thing. It's not just learning how to, you know, punch and kick. It's a way of life, and if I have anything to say about it, we will be in karate forever.
I would definitely recommend Mile High Karate. It's very healthy for you. It's healthy for the whole family. If the whole family is involved, you build your strength, your stamina. You obviously get self-defense skills. You build your mental character. So you're a strong person, and you may be mentally more apt to get away from having to use some of those skills that you learned than just learning kicking and punching.
You know, the satisfying part of it for me is when I see a kid come in and a parent come in, and mom and dad having trouble with their son or daughter, and here, Miss Cooper, can you take care of my kid? Can you help him? And then within 4 weeks, that kid looks awesome, turn around, happy to be in karate, happy to go home, you know, does his stuff for mom and dad, has a smile on his face, and enjoys doing it. And then when they come into karate ready to learn, you know, that's what's, you know, fulfilling for me.
Well, 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and part of my therapy was to make sure I get plenty of exercise and develop a positive outlook on life. And I found out by coming to Mile High Karate that I could get those things. I can come in here, get a good workout, build up my muscles, work on my flexibility, my balance, and get the positive aspects from the school. So it's been a very positive experience and a very good part of the treatment.
The head instructor of the Lafayette School. You know, like I said, like my father said, you know, it's helped out confidence, you know, speaking ability, self-esteem, you know, kind of believing in myself, self-worth. You know, I can remember when I started, and then I look back on it, and then I look at myself now, and I see the change it's done for me. Kind of the advantage of being a head instructor is I get to see that to the kids that I'm teaching now. You know, I see the change when they come in to when they leave. You know, so it's fulfilling.
Same thing. They're both so respectful now. Even the 3-year-old, she says yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir. And they take pride in coming to karate and showing off what great things they've done at home and what great things they've done at school and at daycare. And it's been really nice just to ask them to do something and yes ma'am, and they do it. So, and they've both inspired me to join as well. So we're all just, it's been a nice family activity.
I noticed that the kids' respect has gone way up with the using the yes sirs, the yes ma'ams, and being focused in school. My oldest daughter, her grades are really maintained. She's proud to come to school and show off her homework, and show off her great report cards that she's been getting, and inspiring enough to where her little sister has joined the class, and she's doing really well in focusing, staying disciplined at home, keeping the room clean, things, just natural chores around the house.
Oh, I would recommend Mile High Karate for a child who has a lot of energy, or the child who doesn't have any energy. This is a place where they can develop themselves. They develop themselves socially and developmentally, and it's a great family place to be. They meet a lot of friends, a lot of different things, and they learn to interact with people a lot.
Chris has really developed since he's been at Mile High Karate. He's in the 3rd grade, and when he first started karate, he's kind of shy, didn't want to get up in front of the class. But now, after a 1.5 years of karate, he's one of the top 3rd graders at the school. He's picked for special projects by the principal herself. He has great grades, and he loves school. So karate has been great for his mental ability, giving him that self-discipline and that positive confidence.
And we really like it. We think it's been really good for his self-confidence. And he's made a lot of new friends. And what I like about it is that it's you're competing with yourself. It's not like you're competing on a sports team against other people. The people here are all very caring, and they all work together. They do compete individually, but they're also mainly competing against themselves, and it's a blend of their minds and their bodies. So it's physical, mental, and spiritual. So we like it.
Both of us have tremendously grown from this experience. My self-confidence has certainly grown a lot. I'm a lot more apt to look at people when I talk to them, have more eye contact, as well as certainly the physical fitness aspect gives me the confidence to go out and do what I want to do, feel very assertive when I do it. My son as well is in daycare and has a lot more confidence than he has in the past. in terms of talking to teachers, having a lot of respect with that?
I think that the recognition here at Mile High, it goes beyond just self-defense, also the mental aspect of doing well in school, building positive self-esteem, the character. There's assignments that are discussed, and I think that that helps the kids. And when they get recognized by their peers, when they come into class with their good report card, or maybe a test that they did well on, or a project that they did well on, not only does the teacher recognize them, but they're recognized in front of the whole school. And I think that's very important for building self-esteem and being recognized by their peers.
Well, like for instance with my oldest child, oldest son, Isaac, he was at best mostly C's and an occasional B in school. He's been doing this for about 90 days now, and the turnaround's been incredible. He's now almost straight A's. He's got 1 B, and the turnaround has just been incredible.
Well, I came to watch Lisa on her first day of class, and as I was sitting there watching them, I noticed that there were several other women on the floor for their first class, and they appeared to be my age or older, and if I said if they can do it, I can do it. With my busy, hectic schedule, helping raise grandchildren and children and teenagers, I was trying to figure out some way I could get some physical activity in my life, and I figured, well, I'm here with the grandkids 3 times a week anyway, so why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? And now my sons are telling their friends that their mom's going to be one of those moms their friends are going to want to come see.
Well, a ton of things, really. I think it's interesting that it hasn't gotten more, martial arts haven't gotten more positive press because of the innumerable benefits that I've seen in my kids. Confidence, control, ability to focus, things that transfer into the classroom, things that transfer with their friends. I know this summer in baseball, the coach specifically said, Zach, I really appreciate you being a leader, and he was. He was focusing the guys, telling them what to do. So I've seen it transfer into other areas, academically, just even with his friends in the neighborhood being a leader. Same with Maddie, it's really helped her too. She's an advanced reader, an advanced studier, good concentration skills. So it's been phenomenal for my family. We've been in for about 4 years now, and it's been great.
The biggest benefit that I have seen for Jeremy, we have 2 other children in it, is the confidence, being able to do school and the reaction in school has helped tremendously. Jeremy's gone all the way up to 3rd degree black belt and started at 9 years old and has stuck with it for that many years, which is a lot. It's a big commitment for a kid. So we see commitment, we see the schoolwork, we see the good kids at home. We don't have problems at home. You know, we have kid problems, but not bad problems, not jail, not police, and all that stuff. So.
My kids get up in front of the class with ease, probably even more so than myself. Danny, I hear from his teacher that he's like one of the first ones to raise his hand, as he has no problem in communicating in front of the classroom. Rachel, she helps out here at Mile High Karate, and I watched her just the other night. She helped out with 3 classes, and I seen something in her I hadn't seen before, where she was really having a lot of fun. Not that I haven't seen her have a lot of fun before, but she was really enjoying herself, just being in a teaching atmosphere, working with the kids, and I just really felt proud of her that she didn't have to be out, you know, playing, you know, hanging out with her friends anywhere. She was doing something positive in her life and really enjoying it.
Well, we've got 2 boys in here, and my oldest boy, when we moved to a new house, found in the new neighborhood he was catching a lot of flack from the other kids. And so some of the anti-bullying things that are taught in the school have really come in handy. And in fact, at one time there was a kid who actually came up and picked a fight with him, and he was able to use the second part of his creed to refuse to fight, and otherwise he would have gotten in big trouble in school, obviously. And so it was that was a big impact on him, is to be able to just walk away and have enough self-confidence to say that I don't need to fight with this kid because I know I could take him if I had to.
With the aspect of self-defense, it's been a great thing. You know, there's a lot of deals in our society today, and for the females in my family, it's great. I mean, I feel that they're confident, they can take care of themselves, look out after others, take care of their friends, and
we're not afraid.
We're not afraid to be out there walking, walk back to the car from the mall. We're shoppers. And it's really made us feel safe and secure. Mile High Karate has really been a great thing for us as a family. It's been a great thing for us to do together.
Well, I originally got the kids involved in karate just as an extracurricular activity, and it's turned into a lot more than that. It's turned into more of a lifestyle for them. Anna especially was my shy girl, and karate has taught her a magnitude of self-confidence. She walks with her head held high now. She makes friends very easily, and it's a confidence that's not arrogant. It's just a really strong sense of herself. And Brittany the same. She really was probably more confident than Anna. She's learned how to be confident without being arrogant. She's the pretty girl, and she knew it, and everyone treated her as such. And now with karate, with the confidence level that she has, she's able to, generate confidence without having to be the princess of everybody. So karate is just amazing.
It went on for a couple years. Kids were picking on her, bullying her, and basically we've taught our kids not to start a fight, but not to back down from one. And she felt that she did not know how to defend herself correctly or even, help herself. So basically it came down to the point where the last incident with the girl at school, she came home with a swollen cheek. And that's when my husband decided to look for a self-defense class. And she started, we came into Mile High Karate. We took the first intro classes, and then actually all of us are here now. My husband, myself, and my 3 kids. The bullying has since stopped. My daughter has more self-discipline. She feels confident about herself. Her grades have improved. Any issues that come up, she can solve them. And my son here is the same way. His grades have improved. And they're all doing a lot better, and I honestly feel that a lot of it has to do with being here at Mile High Karate.
I think it's one of the finest organizations in the country, and I support it fully.
Mile High Karate is one of the best things I've done with my family. I would recommend it to anybody, for their family and just for themselves.
Oh, certainly. I tell people all the time about it, because they always ask me, what have you done? We see this big improvement, and I'm like, Mile High Karate.
Here's a free pass.
I think it's an awesome program, and I would recommend it to both parents and their children, because by joining myself, I encourage my daughter to keep it up as well. So we are both as a team effort from both of us.
Well, they really focus on kids, which is good, which is the reason I brought my son here, is they really focus well on children. They work well with the young kids. They really point them in the right direction. That kind of stuff.
It's great for me. It's been a great workout for me. It keeps me in shape. It's gave me a lot more confidence, self-defense.
The dedication to schoolwork and the focus of school has really improved since we started in Mile High Karate. It's really also helped me at work with my focus and planning and pulling everything together.
The coolest thing in the world is to be able to impact a 7, 8, 9-year-old the same way I've been impacted. The coolest thing is to have one of my kids come back to me from college, or now they're married, and say, Mr. Brown, when you were teaching me 5, 6, 7 years ago, you helped me so much. And that's just the best feeling in the world. There's nothing cooler than that.
Well, I would say it helps a lot in school. She stays a little bit more focused. She knows that she's got to have her assignments turned in because it reflects into the karate area. They will get on her if she doesn't keep her school grades up and so forth. So I think that's helped a lot.
He's done really good with his discipline. When I first brought him here, he was having a little trouble in that area, but he's doing a lot better now. And he has a great attention span now, and he's focusing better.
The most important reason that you put somebody in a child in Mile High Karate definitely is the focus. The focus is a very broad subject, but the focus on grades, the focus on paying attention, the focus on yourself. When I say on yourself, not being arrogant, but learning how to find out what your strong qualities are and how to set those forward, find out what your weaknesses are, how to build upon those. Those would definitely be the main reasons I put a child in Mile High Karate.
Absolutely, I would recommend Mile High Karate. I just feel that it's a great thing for children to be in. They see so much out there that is not happy, and this gives them a positive outlook, and so they have something to strive for, looking for that black belt, being better in school.
There's a lot of specific benefits like better grades and self-confidence and those sorts of things, but I think they stem also from the fact that being in karate, your kids are with the kind of people that you want your kids to be with. We're surrounded by nice people, good kids, all share the same kinds of values for their children. And that's the best part.
It's been great for our boys, and you know, it's also a good social type thing. You know, we've met a lot of the parents, and I know the kids have met other kids that have the same kind of mindset, which is really an asset, I believe. You know, you're meeting people that have the same kind of beliefs and goals and things like that, and you create good friendships that will hopefully last a lifetime.
Well, I would tell them that it helps build self-confidence in children. My two children's self-esteem has went through the ceiling. My 5-year-old used to have trouble with several bullies when he first started kindergarten, and this has really taught him how to control the situation. It's given him confidence that he knows he could defend himself if he needed to, but it's also given him the discipline to know that that's not what he needs to do.
I think that my older son, Andy, he's 10 years old, and he was being bullied a little bit at school, and I think this has helped build up his self-confidence and has taught him not to run and not to be afraid and to stand up for yourself, and I think not to use power to overcome situations like maybe a bully might. So I think it's built his self-confidence and self-esteem.
I would recommend Stephen Oliver's Mile High Karate to any parent, whether they're having trouble with their students in school or whether they just want to give their kids a sport, something to look forward to. There is a great commitment, though. There is a commitment for the kids to be able to work on long-term goals, not just short-term. So you have to be prepared and ready for that there is a commitment level to be made by the parents as well as the students. But I would recommend it to anyone.
I'd recommend Mile High Karate. It's good for goal setting. I don't know if he would have been goal-oriented, if he hadn't started coming here. I think that's a good asset for coming here, and yeah, hopefully it'll help him in his life, as far as setting goals and following through.
My son's self-esteem has just shot up tremendously, and my daughter's as well. As far as school goes, they seem to be doing better in school. They seem to be, like they say here, focus your mind and focus your eyes, and they seem to be doing that. They're fairly new. They're white belts, so they've only been in it for about a month, and I can already see the change.
If you have a child that may have a little discipline problem or a problem of not feeling totally accepted and respected, or totally, I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, she knows she's a person now, and she knows that people care about what happens to Dustin.
We came into Mile High Karate as I give my kids every tool they can to succeed in life, and I felt he was 5 years old at the time when he came in, and he really enjoyed it. His self-esteem grew, his focus grew also, and at the same time as he's been going through school, there's a quality that he's got now that we didn't even expect. It is a leadership skill, which has really been great for him.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's changed our lives a lot. It's really helped with our self-discipline that we've had around the house, at home, with the responsibilities. The kids have just been incredibly, we've gotten a lot closer together. We've learned to communicate a lot better. And I think it's fun for the kids to say, hey, my mom is in karate too. They think that's pretty cool.
I recommend Stephen Oliver's Mile High Karate all the time. I mean, I have lots of parents that when they learn my boys both do karate, they have some preconceived notions about karate that I think I oftentimes have to explain a little bit about, because they think it's, they're out there fighting and they're going to fight in school and they're going to do all these things. And I tend to have a lot of conversations about it. And I've actually actually had some of my son's friends come in and they've done the program and really have enjoyed it. So Mile High Karate, Stephen Oliver's program, I really recommend.
Oh, I'll definitely recommend Mile High Karate. I've already have. There's been, just since I've been here and stuff, I've had about 3 or 4 friends and stuff, right, that I've recommended Mile High to and stuff, right, and they brought their kids here, and now their kids are in, and their kids are in the Black Belt, in the Master Club also and stuff, you know, because they've liked it and everything, you know. So I mean, I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't feel that it was such a good thing, you know. I mean, that's just how I am and stuff, you know. So. But yeah, I recommend it to everybody that I can think of. I have, and I'll continue.
When you have homegrown instructors, these are people who've been through the growing, through the discipline, through the focus. They understand how the translation of paying attention to your instructor and learning karate techniques translates to getting that raise at work or getting the better grades. It explains how to defend from a bully without kicking or punching. Once you learn how to do that, once you can stand in front of a class and say your name and perform a technique, that gives you the same courage it is to stand in front of a class and do a dissertation or a report or anything of that nature. And with all of our instructors growing up doing this over 5, 10, 15, 20 years, they're able to teach it. They practice what they teach.
I get to actually participate in a sport with my son. We've tested for every belt together, so we are a team within a team, and I think that's brought us much closer together. We can work on the things with each other at home, go through our curriculum, and it gives him something to rub into old Dad as far as he's a little more flexible than the old man.
Well, I think we have 2 sons, one's 13 and one's 11, and the thing that I've noticed the most is their sense of responsibility that they have achieved. It's pretty stressful coming home from work or from school and having homework and maybe band practice or swimming, and they've got to get that done so they can go off to karate class. At karate class, they have to be responsible for their equipment. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to remember. In terms of curriculum, in terms of their pads, and I think it's helped their responsibility at karate and then other places in their lives.
I started off with Mile High Karate 18 years ago. My parents made me start karate. I didn't really want to, but they made me start karate. I was a kid I had self-esteem challenges. I was really withdrawn, kind of quiet. My parents suggested I start martial arts. They took me down to a couple classes. I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. I did karate all through elementary school, middle school, high school. Worked my way through college doing it. After college, I decided this is what I wanted to do, continue training, and then I became an instructor. So it's a great thing. I mean, it helped me in my career, it helps me in my family, it helps me in my everyday endeavors.
I think his biggest benefit is the self-esteem. He's very confident in himself and set a pretty large goal for a 6-year-old kid to be a black belt. I'm not sure if he even understood the commitment he was making at the time, but he's come to understand what it is to set a goal, the hard work that it takes to achieve that goal, and that it's definitely been worth it. I don't think he would trade it for anything.
I get out of martial arts is it really helps me to become better at like dealing with the kids, basically helping them do something that they really don't think they can do. And I think with my energy I can get out there and let them know that, you know, it doesn't matter how big, how small, whatever, you can go out there and do karate. And it just gives me energy, gives me a sense of staying in shape, you know, excellent workout.
I've got a lot. I've got a lot of self-confidence, discipline. I'm a lot better of a person that I've had martial arts. I'm not always on the edge to fight. I can, you know, try to talk my way out of it, back down a little bit, you know.
Were you that way before Tennessee?
You know, I did. You know, tendency to get in trouble to go into the fight instead of back out of the fight. I was more, I want to fight you instead of I want to try and back out of it. So, and now that I have that, that's what I can walk away and know that I'm a bigger man because I did.
And I think what really sold me on this program was I watched my 5-year-old just really mature in his ability to focus and to set goals. We watched, you know, the short-term goals and the long-term goals that I think is really something that Mile High Karate is really good at focusing in on and giving the kids a sense of, okay, you're not just going for this belt to this belt to this belt, but the big picture is, and I think that really helps. I think that's something that we tend to be kind of short-sighted, and kids go for short goals a lot and then never really see the big picture, and I think that they really do a good job with that here at Mile High.
You know, to be honest with you, I feel that they really don't charge enough, you know, but I'm not going to tell them that, you know, but you know, just the reward that I get of seeing my kids out here doing it and accomplishing the things that they're accomplishing and stuff, you know, and, you know, just the enthusiasm and the courage, and, you know, it's overwhelming, to be honest with you. I mean, me as a parent, it makes me feel great, you know, to sit down and watch my kids do something, you know, and see how good and how much they try and stuff, you know. And like I said, you know, it's like they feel like there's nothing they can't do as long as it's in the right way, you know. And so that's what I really appreciate about it.
It's a great thing for being able to work with your kids, to see them. They get to see you being active and participate with things. They see some things that they can do well that you can't. They see some things that I can do well that they can't. It's taught me how to be a better teacher to my kids, how to listen to them better. There aren't very many activities that you can be involved with your kids where you can do it on your level and your kids can do it on their level, and everybody can have fun and develop and learn things and accomplish things at the same time.
I mean, he's like making like all kinds of A's and everything. If you look at his uniform, you'll see he's got nothing but gold stars on his uniform and everything. You know, same thing with my daughter. She's in kindergarten, you know, and it's just, I mean, she's already reading and stuff, you know, and it's just like, I mean, it's like there's nothing she can't do. You know, you tell her no, and she's like, why not? You know, and she still tries to do it anyway, you know. So, I mean, it just makes them, you know, just want to try harder and stuff, you know, and it makes them feel like there's nothing that they can't do.
I have a 10-year-old son, Alex, and my daughter, Molly, she's 6. She entered kindergarten last year and was having great difficulty dealing with the kids. She just felt overwhelmed. And the teacher was talking about her self-esteem. She said she knows she's a bright girl, but she wasn't applying herself. She wasn't trying. She didn't have confidence. So we saw the flyer for Stephen Oliver's Mile High Karate, and we brought her in. And in a matter of about 2 months, we saw a big change in her self-esteem. She started being able to converse with other kids, problem solve when conflicts came up, just a major, major difference. And what it was coming 2 or 3 times a week to karate and being reinforced here with the instructors.
There has been a lot of discipline change, believe me. We had a discipline program. I think a little bit of a respect problem. She has kind of a different personal problem that brought us here, and this has really worked it out. I mean, as far as discipline, respect, and knowing that what she's doing has encouraged her to be a different type of person. Self-esteem, outgoing, but really being competitive, and that's what we needed. She needed to know that she was special, and she does now, because this school tells her that she's special in lots of ways. Not only in praise, but when they say, this is what you need to do. She knows that. And it's important to her because she knows they mean her.
And we would mainly put most of the credit to the karate, because it was just the improvement that happened. It was just, I had a 6th grade teacher call me up one time, and he said, Ben comes in, he opens up his book and starts reading, and he just couldn't believe it. And he says, well, why is he like that? I said, well, because of karate. And then I says, do you know that he has ADHD, which is hyperactivity? He says, I wouldn't guess. Because, I mean, he had that much self-discipline to be able to sit there, and everybody else was just going around and just not able to focus, and he was sitting there and reading a book and doing what he was supposed to do.
You know, when they come to Mile High Karate, especially like family with little kids like 9, 10 years old that say, you know, hey Dad, I want to come to do karate, that kind of thing. I tell them, you know, it's like if you come down to Mile High Karate, you'll get a lot of benefit from coming in, because not only do they teach you how to punch and kick, but they teach you little life lessons during the week, and like a message of the week kind of deal. So they have something they can go by, like positive self-esteem. You know, we give them that meaning, and then they work on it all week long. So, you know, if they say, hey, Johnny, what's positive self-esteem? He can raise his hand and give a definition. So it's not just all about punching and kicking, it's more lifelong lessons that they can learn as well.
Yeah, the one thing I was telling Mr. Bagley about is my son was getting progress reports, and every time he got a progress report, he would lack self-control on the playground. And this time he got a progress report, and it was perfect all the way down. I was so excited, because his control has just come together so well.
From being here?
Yes, from being here.
So how do they teach him that?
They teach them their control, how to have good sportsmanship. They really work on their focus and following directions, how to get along well with the other kids, and just generally how to be a good kid, have the respect and courtesy for other people as well as himself.
I'm a single mom, and I'm raising 3 kids on my own, and before I came here, I was losing control of my kids. They weren't respecting me, they weren't doing good in school, and so when they came to the school and they offered, you know, did the thing at the school, I came here and I liked it so well, I signed them up. I've had one kid that wouldn't respect me at all. Now he's saying yes ma'am all the time. And I have
makes you happy.
Oh, it makes me, it's wonderful. They get along better, they respect each other. I had my oldest, that's 10, when he found out he had to turn in his report card, he started crying because he was so worried because he had bad grades. And so within a month period, he brought them all up to A's.
I've seen wonderful improvements in my kids since they've been here, and their self-esteem is something that they've earned rather than something that's just been given to them. They get their self-esteem from achievement rather than having it just simply handed it to them and somebody patting them on the back just for showing up. They earn it, which is a big difference. I see a big difference in when I look at them compared with their peers, and I especially see it when my kids are involved with other sports. They don't do just karate. They also participate in some other activities. And when I'm around those things, and my kids are the ones who are watching the coaches. When the coaches are talking to them, they're looking the coach in the eye, they're paying attention, and I don't see that from the other kids who haven't had involvement in martial arts training.
The reason we started the program was for our oldest boy at the time, and we just felt that he needed more self-confidence in school and just the way he carried himself and stuff of that nature. And you know, we got into the Master Oliver's program, Mile High Karate, and it's changed him immensely. He's you know, he walks around with confidence. His grades were always good anyway, but it's been enhanced. Now he's, you know, a straight A student all the time. Our younger boy was eager to follow in his big brother's steps, and he's loved the program also. His was more probably a reason for probably focus. He's a little wilder and stuff like this, and the program has really gotten his focus, and of course the exercise and things that else the program brings has been all beneficial to him.
Oh, wait a minute now. So we got to get Nick on here. So Nick, you started when you were 7 years old?
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
How old are you now?
19, sir. 19.
Nick is now a head karate instructor. You're up for 4th degree black belt.
Yes, sir.
Sometime this decade, right?
Yes,
sir. So tell us your story, Nick. Why'd you start karate?
Basically, I started karate. We saw this at a Boy Scout Jamboree, and my parents liked it. They talked my grandparents into it. And we signed up for confidence, self-esteem, discipline, respect.
Well, how has it done that for you? I mean, that all sounds good, but how did karate give you self-esteem? What happened to make that happen?
Once I got to blue belt, they started putting me in a leadership role where I had to project my voice, be confident in front of students.
And you've performed now in front of, what was the biggest crowd, 3,000 or 4,000 people?
Yes, sir.
You've had some big events like that, but you're teaching 200 or 300 people every week.
Yes, sir.
Well, just as far as for somebody to enter their child in the program, it's a very good program that focuses not just on the martial arts as on the goal setting, the self-esteem issues, bully-proofing through martial arts, not just the martial arts. And it's a bigger lesson that's learned using martial arts to teach it. So it's not just punching and kicking, it's the overall philosophy behind it. And I think it's great. All of the kids that I've worked with here, that I've met here, seem to be much more focused, much more respectful to adults, which you don't always see nowadays. And just in general, better behaved children.
The thing I like the best is the support that you get. I think that nowadays moral choices are very hard to come by, honesty, integrity, and I think that not only do my kids hear from me that I want them to be honest and to have good morals and things, is that I get a lot of support from Master So in the school that stands behind and gives them good morals and good ways to make good judgments in their life. And I think that that's the best thing about the school, is that you feel the support, that maybe if your child isn't doing as good as you might want, or there's an issue that came up, we can talk to Master So and he'll say something. And it's another reinforcement for nowadays, where my kids can kind of hear good values and the way to behave and how to be honest, and they're hearing that from a person in a position of a sport that they really like and really enjoy, and so it reinforces that you need to be a good kid.
Okay, I got two kids in, and my oldest one, he's a blue belt getting ready to test for his high blue, and my youngest one that's in she's a gold belt. She's getting ready to test for her orange belt and stuff. And my oldest one, he's on the demo team, and my youngest one, she's trying to make the sparring team, but they haven't quite figured out what they want to do yet. But the main reason I got them in and stuff, right, is because of the discipline that they learn here, and just the enthusiasm and everything. It helps them in the long run and stuff. You know, being a formal martial art of my own and stuff, you know, through the military and stuff, you know, it just seemed to fit. You know, it teaches them some things that I can't really teach them and stuff, you know. Plus the kids, sometimes, you know, as parents, you can teach them so much, and then you have to have some outside sources and stuff, you know. And this is one of the best ones, you know, that I've seen. You know, I mean, I came in, I did an evaluation of the school and everything before I decided exactly what I wanted and things like that. You know, I visited some of the other schools as well, you know, and this one here just seems to fit all the things that I needed and that I wanted. So it just worked out for the best.
Laquita, when we first got started, the girls, I mean, especially Natasha, she always wanted to fight. She always wanted to be the bully. She always wanted to be the one that talk out in class. Teachers could never get her to settle down. Since martial arts, she's an excellent student. She graduated out of high school, and Laquita is not better than Natasha. She's coming along very, very well. She's in karate 7 days a week. We can't talk about anything else other than karate. She said, we have 1 day without karate. So karate has done a lot for the whole family. Personally, if I had not gotten the girls in karate when we did, I have no idea where they would have been. I have no idea, because the way the kids was going at that time, I said, man, you know, we need something.
Why did you get them in to begin with? What was your motivation to get them started?
Discipline. Confidence. Focus, especially focus in school.
Yeah.
Focus.
So there was a challenge?
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
What were their challenges? Tell us about it, Laquita.
Not so much Laquita. It was Natasha. She was a challenge. Yes,
okay.
Laquita, she was only 3 1/2. She was a little kid. She just wanted to do anything that
How old
big
was
sister
Natasha?
wanted to do. Natasha was 7.
7, yeah, okay.
So that was an age that where she needed the discipline. But now we have Brandon. Brandon is 7. He also started at 3 1/2. At 7, he's a role model in the school. Man, teachers can't say anything but good stuff about Brandon. Every time I look around, he got all these A's. He probably can read better than I can right now at 7.
You know, we have 3 children in Mile High Karate right now, and I would say in each and every case, they've all really blossomed since being in karate. Our 12-year-old has always struggled with math and getting homework done on time. Since he's been in karate, we just had parent-teacher conferences, and for the most part, glowing reviews. He's really come into his own, and I think it's because he's learned how to focus and get stuff done. He's not perfect, but he's getting closer. Our 3rd grader is so far ahead of where he ended up last year. He used to be very shy, and now he's outgoing. He's a lot more confident. He loves to help other kids and the teacher. He loves to be there. Whereas before, he would be way in the back. You would never see him. Our 1st grader she's always been upfront about everything, but I think it's tempered her aggressiveness, especially with her 2 older brothers. She's very alert, very respectful in class, and I know she gets that from karate. It's one of those wonderful carryovers. They're that way here at class, they're that way at school, and for the most part, they're that way at home. I love it. I love the differences that we've seen in all 3 of our kids. It's fantastic. Their grades are better. Everything about them really is better. They're more confident. They seem happier. They seem a lot more focused. They're all excited about their black belts. They can tell you when they're going to get their black belts. They're that motivated. It's made a big difference. We love it.